Well, for decades, it's been an eyesore in the heart of Srinagar. Now, finally, a bunker set up by security forces in Lal Chowk in the city has been removed, a sign of the changing security situation. But the move came on a day in which an assistant sub-inspector of police, Sukhpal Singh, was shot dead in downtown Srinagar at point-blank range, leaving many wondering if such bunkers meant to protect people should be removed at all. A little earlier in the evening, I spoke to the Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister, Omar Abdullah. I began by asking Omar on the removal of the bunker in Srinagar and it coming on a day in which an assistant sub-inspector was shot dead at point-blank range. How, Omar, would you respond to those who say that you're being too aggressive in reducing the footprint of the military and paramilitary forces?
Well, first and foremost, we're not reducing the footprint of the military because the military has no presence in Srinagar other than the cantonment, but they have no operational presence in Srinagar. As far as reducing the footprint of the paramilitary forces, I think it is in keeping with the improvement in the ground situation. We have factored in the possibility that there will be the occasional attack that we'll have to deal with. Unfortunately, today's had tragic consequences. I lost an additional sub-inspector of J&K police in this attack. Normally, we are able to respond pretty quickly, but unfortunately, it seems the boys who were with him weren't able to retaliate immediately. But whoever was responsible for this will get them sooner rather than later.
Omar, the army has once again made it clear just 3 days back that as far as they are concerned, there is no question of revoking the Armed Forces Special Powers Act. Do you feel that you are now in a deadlock situation?
No, absolutely not. Every situation is subject to change. Every situation is subject to discussion. I made the point very clear at the internal security conference of the chief ministers the other day that no force, whether the army or any other, gets the power of veto over a decision. Yes, their inputs are important. Yes, their inputs will be taken. But if the overwhelming opinion is in favor of a gradual revocation of the Armed Forces Special Powers Act, then that is what will happen.
Omar, are you worried that given the fragility of the government at the centre, for all sorts of reasons, a tough call on accepting the amendments which have been suggested for the Armed Forces Special Powers Act will never be taken? Is that your concern? There will be no progress?
Well, obviously, there is this concern that we essentially need the Cabinet Committee on Security to agree to some of these initiatives. I mean, let's understand the whole move towards revoking the Armed Forces Special Powers Act in a phased manner started from this ball being tossed into the state government's court, so to speak. It was the Cabinet Committee on Security that recommended to the state government to take a view on this issue. So, yes, it is something that we would like Government of India to support us on. And I time and again make this point that our position is based on logic and reason, not on the emotion of the argument. And I'm more than willing to listen to a reasoned argument as to why it can't happen. But unfortunately, more often than not, I'm treated to an emotional argument as to why the Armed Forces Special Powers Act can't be revoked, rather than a logical argument for the same.
All right, Omar Abdullah, thank you very much for joining us this evening and sharing your perspectives on that Armed Forces Special Powers Act, particularly in light of what happened today with the death of that police officer.
Do you have the NDTV Profit app? All the markets, all the news and your own homemade, ready-made portfolio available there for you.
We will right now answer what you should sell, what you should buy when markets are down.
Download at ndtvprofit.com/apps. Get the best app from the channel you trust.